The plumes of toxic smoke are endless. Citizens toiling in the pursuit of war machines for the Imperium. Welcome to a forged world.
Hey everyone, I'm Sebastian and welcome to Atmoseeker, your place for creating an inspiring atmosphere for your tabletop role-playing games. Shit, man. I love me some fog in my terrain setups, and with some Warhammer, Star Wars Legion games on the horizon, I need some terrain. I've got a plan to use some cheap PVC piping, a new fog machine, and I'm going to try my hand at 3D modeling some bits and pieces for some cool vents and chimneys and pipes to have some real steam churning out on an industrial battlefield. Now, I wanted to print a whole bunch of different attachments to add some cool detail, and I love stuff that's really easy to print. So a lot of these models print supportless on resin and FDM printers, meaning you can really pack a build plate to print a lot of these super quick. I'll leave a link in the description to the basic set, with the full set being available for my Patreon supporters. But before we can start printing everything, I'd recommend printing off one of these little pipe rings to make sure that it fits. These are made to fit 1/2 inch wide PVC pipes, but you can scale it to fit whatever size pipes that you have access to. Once that ring fits, you're good to go, so let's take a look at how all these pieces fit together. So the first part is actually going to be the pipe from the fogger, which I'll be using in this setup, which is from this reptile enclosure humidifier. Link here if you want to learn more about that fog machine, but basically what we want to do is wrap some tape around the end of this pipe to widen it enough so that it fits nice and snug into our first attachment, which is one of these hub pieces. These hubs let you slide in PVC pipes and let you connect a bunch of the different attachments that I've made to modify and direct the fog. There are also a few adapters that let you connect attachments to pipes as well as to each other. For the PVC pipes, I've made some of these rings that I previously mentioned to slide on for some extra detail. You want to have these more in the middle of the pipe rather than on the ends, just so you can still slide it into hubs and adapters. Being able to slide it into hubs means you can control the amount of fog coming out of the top vent here by moving them in closer or further apart. Otherwise, another way of controlling the amount of fog or slowing it down is by using one of these decelerator pieces to add some more resistance. One thing I love because it's 3D printed is that you can easily print it in different scales, like this tiny version using the micro fogger here, and this jumbo set for some big terrain pieces. Having them all on a board with immersive lighting really sets the tone for this industrial battlefield. Now, before priming it all, you want to give the PVC pipes a quick sand. Then it's time for a painting montage. I had way too much fun coming up with all the different types of combinations with all the different pieces, and you can get some really crazy looking layouts. It's even pretty good at making some standalone little scatter pieces not connected to the fogger. I found it really hard to stop coming up with different types of attachments, so you can expect to see some expanded pieces and styles in the future. Now, if you're a Patreon supporter like these fine folk, you'll get early access to all kinds of goodies, with all the support going towards growing and improving the channel. A special thanks to Chris Andrus, Luke Mansberger, John A. Johnson, Blake Dale, and Charisma on Command. If you like this kind of stuff, let me know what you think in the comments, and if you end up printing any of these, I'd love to see how they turn out, so feel free to tag me on Instagram or any other kind of socials. Until next time, I'm Sebastian, and let's create and inspire.